Hey guys, how's it going? I'm sure one point in your life you've seen someone who is totally broke, or it seems very obvious that this person doesn't have money or not in anywhere near the social boundaries or economic and social, or in any way a dignified state, okay, in terms of money, and the level in the social standards, right? But he or she seems to be very happy, very blissful, very contented state, right? uh, Pockets to be empty, really, living in like places which are like squalors or something like that, doesn't have anything really tangible within, right? So so it seems kind of weird. Seems a bit counter intuitive, right? These people will be homeless sometimes, but you see them very happy, very cheerful, very joyful, celebrating life, right? So this is where, and I've got the privilege of doing like a few. I don't think many, because it's pretty rare to have a Lagna Lord in a debilitated state. At least in my experience, I didn't come across much of these types of people. But the ones that I have, I still have connection with them. I still talk to them, okay? Because there's just so much we can learn from them. Right? Because these people will be filled with wisdom, filled with knowledge, right? But then you don't see them up in the social ladder, right? In some places they are shunned as someone who is just worthless or hopeless people, right? So what are the indications? This particular indication, the Lagna Lord in a debilitated state, makes a person very he or she looks at life in his whims and fancies. He doesn't, or she doesn't really bothers about what the government is saying, what the social conditions are, what the family is saying. It really doesn't bother about it. He says, this is my life, this is what I'm going to do, this is what I think is the right thing to do. Some cases I've seen that they go up to such a high level in the society, and in just one night they'll say, okay, this is not for me. I'm going to some remote woods or some remote places. I'm going to set up my own house, and I'm going to stay there forever. That's it. No family, no ties. That's about it. Why? It's because the Lagna, if you look at the Lagna itself, that is in a spiritual, it's in the spiritual domain. The Lagna. Okay, remember, the Lagna represents the inlet of your soul. All right, the inlet of your soul, the beginning of your life in this Janma, in this time, right? In this life, right? There are many lives, right? So that's the one. The Lagna shows, but it shows you on a very spiritual level. It doesn't show you on a material level. The material level, the one that shows that, okay, this soul is intended to weave through all this wickedness and evilness, and to walk on the path of righteousness and dharma, is where the Lagna Lord comes in. The Lagna Lord shows that, okay, this is your life, and this is where you're supposed to be going, and this is what you will be going, and what are the implications that you go through. Okay, it gives you a very broad perspective about life, not on a spiritual level, but on a level of material plane, which is now almost 99 of the questions that comes to me on, and I would assume all the other astrologers, is something to do with this life, right? Something to do with what can I do in this life, materialistically speaking. Nobody is much bothered or really interested with the spiritual life. And it's really the other way around. Vedic astrology is all about understanding the spiritual. So once you have a good understanding about spirituality, and then there will be you'll be in a very contented state of life. You'll have the gist of life, right? And things will start to flow in a more peaceful, in a more I would say more efficient way of living. Because anything happens in your life, your convalescence will be fast. You'll just move up. You will just change. You'll adapt to situations, right? So this is where Lagna Lord comes in. Lagna Lord will show you as a person, how are you going to weave through this life, avoiding the evil, the wickedness, the corrupt, and all that, all the bad things going on out there. So if a person has a deep problem here, right, if a person has a debilitated Lagna Lord, then a person would have a very good understanding about life. Very, very good. They have all the wisdoms, you know, but in life itself, in a life, as I mean, in the material life itself, they will be nowhere near. Okay, they would be like homeless people, someone who lives in the squalor, someone who has really, you know, broke, that kind of thing. But they'll be in a blissful and happy state. All right. So this is something that I wanted to share for a long time, ladies and gentlemen. Right. So when you look at someone who's homeless, but then he or she speaks impeccable English, or, you know, who knows things, who recite the Sanskrit, you know, verses, you know, fluently. But then if you look at their state, their financial state, economic state, and all that is in a very terrible level, then there's a high chance that they have a Lagna Lord debilitated. Now, can this be changed? Can this be corrected? Yes, absolutely yes. That is why I keep saying again and again, Vedic astrology is all about fixing the solution. All right, it's just not knowing about it, just not that, but also to find any solution to get it fixed. All right. So that's about it, guys. Take care of yourself. If you like the video, please share and subscribe. Take care. Be safe. Bye bye.